I don't. Why are we all recording? This seems ridiculous.
So we have a clean version of our voice.
So you really didn't hear when I explained that, did you?
Yeah.
I,
No, he
I
really
heard.
didn't. I don't
just wasn't
explain things to
listening.
dragons.
Sometimes you have to. I mean, you got to imagine ADD on ADD.
AD squared.
Yes.
All right. So I'm just going to do a super fast intro, and we'll get right into it. Okay.
Okay, wait.
Couldn't you
Before
do
you
that
do
intro
that,
whenever you
I read like 50 reviews on CFDs today, and they're all super duper negative. Just so everyone knows.
I was having a blast, but anyway, keep
Yeah.
going.
Hey, I didn't. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying facts. Okay. If you want to piss all over my facts, that's fine. But I'm just telling you the facts that are.
Let
out
him
there.
do his intro, which technically he could do it any time because it's an
I
intro.
think that
He
was a
just
good intro.
Cut it in.
you...
Dragon's quiet.
Oh, you're fine.
Cool. Welcome to the TS.
So I'm really pissed off about this badminton thing today. Like, I feel like you guys.
He's a kick him
Let's
from
just
the
get this
channel so
going,
you do the
okay?
intro.
Yeah, I want to play some, so let's do this.
I thought we could play. Wait, you guys aren't playing?
Seriously, 30 seconds. Just 30 seconds. Not
This is-
even.
This is a bad idea.
Oh, wow.
Welcome to the TSF Roundtable, an open discussion about our team, gaming, and life in general. My name is Sundance, and I'm joined today by my good friends. We have Derek Two Dragons, PC Trojan, and Fancy the Toast. Hi, guys. How are you?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
This sounds scripted. I didn't get a script. Did you guys get a script?
No, that's it. That's the extent of the script.
That's the whole script?
That's
I
it.
did not study.
Good job.
That
I
is not a
told
very
you
long
it
script.
was-
I think we
this was
need to
gonna
go
be
back
easy.
to the writing table here.
Writers, please.
We told
bring me
you.
a tea.
We told you it would only take 30 seconds.
Oh, so we're done then. All right, let's play a game.
So you can play a game while we talk, but so we
Amazing.
want to talk about a couple different topics, and if you have other things you want to throw in there or wherever the tangents take us, feel free. One of the big things for TSF has always been the balance between being a competitive team in your particular game versus being a real community of gamers in that particular game. How do you guys, most of you guys are playing PUBG, right? Is that where everyone's
Si,
playing?
senor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how do you guys do it? There's not a lot of competitiveness, like you don't play against other teams necessarily. How do you guys balance it here?
Well, there's lots of competition out there for PUBG. If anything, and I think this is true of most divisions in teams, whatever this team's called. It's like a stepping stone to competition. I feel like people find each other on here that are willing to kind of get together and take it more seriously, and then usually play the game way too much and burn out. Case in point, one guy who did that as of late was Scrubby Scrublord, who was an SF member for a while. You know, a good rager, but still really good at the game. Noticed that, got with other guys who were really good at the game, and now it's just entirely burnt out. But you know, like it's a stepping stone. That happened with BF too, Battlefield 1.
I've noticed that the teams online that play in various different games that are super competitive, if they are not of the absolute elite, getting sponsorships, going to these gaming conventions and competing, they tend to fade away. And yet, you know, we've just celebrated our 20 years focusing more on a community aspect versus a competition aspect. Do you think that is why we've been around so long?
I think that helps.
You're
I-
asked how long have you been around, PC? Because I've only been here like 6 months. I have no
I'm-
idea how this has lasted 20
I'm just
years.
over 2 years. I'm just over 2 years.
I'd
I
like
mean,
that question answered too.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has. I think when you're talking about community versus the competition side, I mean, I think the community is what allows people just to log in, to come in, and I mean, just shoot the shit. I mean, we just come online. I've come online a ton and done nothing but sat around and shot the shit with guys in channel. Didn't log a game in, didn't do anything, and there was no requirement of, hey, we got to go train for this or that. But I mean, I can see where competition, where I don't know, competition stuff, competition
Yeah.
organization on this team.
It's a
just
fucked up
tough.
world. Yeah.
I mean, we're trying currently in PUBG. We're competing in 2 different leagues, I believe.
Hmm.
Yes.
The AWIT League with PUBG Network, and we are just in our first season with PUBG Online.
Yeah, we're getting
And-
wrecked.
And,
Yep.
and it truly is
Yep.
it's a bloodbath. And I just saw today that in the advanced, there are 3 stages in the top Premier League, we'll say, of PUBG Online. Cloud9 finished 5th overall this season. So we're in the Open
Noobs.
Series, and out of 20 teams, we're between 15 and 20. and these what we think are some of our better players. Not necessarily the best that have ever come through, but it's also, I mean, it's just so hard to get everybody together because everybody's lives and schedules are so different.
I don't approach Team SF as a competitive
Not
kind
at
of
all.
meetup. It's in fact, I think the success of Team Special Forces has been its casual play, has been making friends with people, has been like a good example of that is like a few months ago now we came up with random games night on Friday nights,
Right.
which took off pretty well, right? Where we all just get together at a certain time or one time a week and just play some stupid ass games that we look for throughout the week, usually free games or cheap games or just dumb things to keep our interest in it. And one of the most fun parts about those is all playing a new thing together because we're all figuring out we all suck, we're all at the same level, and that's what makes it fun. It's not the fact that we're good at something. In fact, if anything, getting good at stuff is what takes the fun out of it. That's what that we've seen a lot in PUBG
Is
Division.
that why you're bad at everything?
Yeah, that's what.
That
If I
was
was-
that
if
was
I
a
was bad.
softball toss right there. You saw that one coming. That
No,
was a
certainly.
badminton toss.
I
That
feel
was
like
a
if I was-
fluttering of the shuttlecock.
I feel like if it's bad at everything or every game, I'd be having more fun at them. Yeah.
Hey,
But-
that's why I enjoy every game I play.
No, seriously, I found the games we suck at, but we suck at together is the most fun. Like right now, we just got into Sea of Thieves, and we don't really know what we're doing. We're gonna hate it in 2 weeks when we're good at it.
Oh yeah. Well, I think
already
Fancy
playing.
said something brilliant before we did this thing that we're the only division in Team SF that sets apart a time to not play our game.
Yeah. And
I mean,
oh man, that
specifically
should be
to-
adopted. One
Like
of the best
Friday
ideas
night,
we've ever had,
We
for sure.
do not play our game.
Five to
Yeah, there's
PC for encouraging us to do that kind of.
There's some weeks where the only time I do log on is Friday night to play random game night.
Yeah. And I will tell you, speaking of that, we do need to get back to Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, I
we've gone-
missed that game.
We're like a month out on that.
Well, I think it's just random green nights. Fridays, like people are on, but not as much. But that's for another time to talk
I think
about.
honestly, it got too big just for a few
Yeah,
weeks.
no,
it
it,
got too big.
it really was.
There's
which
a
is
lot of
cool.
people showing up. Yeah.
So we were
yeah.
talking earlier. This is an interesting little stat just to figure out and compare
Oh
ourselves.
shit, he's
how
got
many
stats.
games? How many games do you have in
Oh.
your Steam library?
Not many. I bet I have one of the least amount of games.
No,
Probably like 25, 30.
25, 30? PC,
like
how
that.
many games do you
This
have?
is kind of like how many people have you slept with? It's like embarrassing.
Yeah.
It can be.
Currently on there, I have 139.
Whoa.
How many of those are
but-
Steam games? Like,
Well, they're all Steam games, but
Oh.
I also have keys that I have not, signed on there
so,
for
okay, wait.
probably another 40.
That's a good next question. Is what percent? Doesn't matter how many games you have. What percentage of the games have you like never played or played or like less than an hour? Maybe
Ooh.
you've not installed.
I didn't
So
even
I'd
answer
say
the
it's
first one.
about 50% for me.
Ooh, my percentage is way lower.
So I would say it's about 50% for me, and I only have 11 games installed.
Oh shit, you're new.
Well, now installed, that's a little unfair because I just got the new rig and I haven't installed everything back.
oh, you're talking installed.
Oh, that's different. That's different.
Like purchase is 138. Installed, I'll probably have anywhere from. Unfortunately, random game night forces me to have anywhere
Yeah.
from 30 to 50 games installed at once.
That's where most of mine come from too.
Yeah, I got 182 purchased, 34 installed.
How many of them are free games too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
that's
just
a good
thinking, like,
question.
how much money do you think that is? I don't want to know. by the
Actually,
way.
let's not
I don't
find
want
out.
to know either.
Yeah.
Let's just not cry about that stuff. Let's move
But,
on that.
and we kind of talked about it earlier.
Fuck.
But we like Steam is just one platform because we also have like the Ubisoft and
Origin.
Origin and all that stuff too.
Play.
I feel like I
Oh,
could
yeah.
quit gaming and take up heroin to save money.
Yes.
Okay,
Right now,
okay.
I can agree with you. I mean, yeah, you've got Blizzard, you've got Uplay, you've got Origin, you've got Ubisoft, you've got Microsoft with now Sea of Thieves with their crossplay. Which, by the way, I keep hearing. I thought I heard a rumor PUBG was going crossplay eventually
I
What's
hope
that?
so.
What with the Xbox?
with consoles. They'll
no,
get wrecked.
they
They
won't.
would
Yeah.
get wrecked.
I guarantee they will not do that. I promise.
I swear, I just keep hearing little
Yeah,
things.
rumors.
All right,
Bill.
let me ask the serious question now. My favorite topic. What are the best snacks while gaming?
Oh, that's simple for me. Anything
The
with an
tears of
alcohol
my
content
enemies.
above 8%.
I don't think it's a snack. The only way
based.
the only way it's a snack is if it's like Guinness because that's like drinking a sandwich.
There you go.
Okay.
A greasy Irish
it's,
sandwich.
yeah, drinking a loaf of bread.
Well, see, in here we have. I'm gonna call them out. I'm pretty sure it's You Be Dead
Oh yeah.
is the loudest eater I've
Oh
ever
no
heard
no
on a
Milky
microphone.
Buns.
No, Milky.
Buns.
That's
No,
right. Yes,
Milky
it
is the
Milky.
fucking worst.
Oh,
Oh,
but
yeah.
You have to mute
Every
him.
time that guy's eating chips, every
Oh my
single
God.
time he comes online, it's like.
So
Hold
do you
on,
want to know?
Let me help
Here's
him.
some fun history. So we used to get so pissed off at Red Hat back in the day when he
What do
was
you mean?
like a little.
We still get pissed at Red
No,
Hat.
Yeah,
no, no.
we-
Exactly what
He
you
was
used to.
he was so much worse when he was like a little snot-nosed teenager, and he would just be like, "You beat some shit." And like, dude, cut it out.
And now
And
he's
he
our
would
and
still,
now he's
I
our
don't know,
fearless
he's
leader.
stuffing his face, and he's still killing you, and he's still killing you in the game. We're like, what is going on with this kid?
So, here's a question for you
Yeah,
then.
but to that, the snacks have to be something that's quiet.
Well,
I agree.
I'm a big
Honestly, like cheese
sugar guy.
cubes or something.
oh, I love cheese.
Like little some cheese cubes.
Yeah,
That's-
cheese.
I'm a big sugar guy. Oh, I love cheese.
I'm not a sugar
Like
Yeah.
I'm just a
guy.
fatty
Send-
man.
Jesus, where's that?
I'll tell you, the best thing about having kids is that we always have a stock of cheese sticks. in the house.
Absolutely, cheese
Mm.
sticks or cheese cubes. I got them everywhere.
Yeah, I went to a restaurant the other day just because they have the best cheese boards in Philadelphia. It was good.
I'm from Wisconsin, so
I was-
cheese is my deal.
I was
Oh,
waiting
yeah.
for Philly to
He
come in.
won the cheese crown.
I was waiting for him to bring up Philly at some point in this.
Do you mean the Super Bowl champion?
Shut
Philadelphia?
up.
I wasn't gonna bring that up, but you know,
God.
fly equals fly.
Oh my god.
I think it's good Philly got that monkey off their back.
You
I like that.
Americans and your hand egg.
Yeah, that
Listen,
handbag.
one day you guys will realize that the goalposts go outside the field of play, not
Yeah, right.
inside the field of play.
Mhm.
Darn Canadians.
I'm not having this conversation.
Please, the man just got beaten shuttlecock. Can we
Next
just,
question. Next question.
No, here's a question for you. So you were talking about the guys that were complaining, like that Milky that eat. Like, what stops people from doing push to talk? Like playing with push to talk. Why is that? Not
Being
even
obnoxious bastards. That's
Well,
what
I
it
don't
is.
use push to talk.
Is Milk
Yeah,
on?
that's
I'm
what
gonna
saying.
drag
Like,
him
what's-
in.
like
I
who
do.
does versus who doesn't? I do.
Holy
used to when I-
shit! Did anyone
but-
see the number of people in World of Warships right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're having a big thing.
I was gonna go complain to them about trying to play World of Warcraft and none of them wanting to play with me.
No, we still. I mean, listen. If this podcast is going out there, PUBG is still laid down. Egghead no longer, I guess, with you guys. I guess we told Egghead we wanted to challenge
Did he
World
die?
of Warships to unearned bounty,
Oh yeah.
a
Oh,
straight
right.
up heads up battle.
Now it's got to be Sea of Thieves. Though they're never gonna buy that game.
Never, and it's 4 people per boat. That's too much of a pain. Unearned bounty.
Be classic.
PUBG on your seas. We got you.
That'd be good. I'd be down for that.
Yar.
Who else are we gonna challenge? Like the FIFA guys, the Stabby Soccer or
We
something
were
like
gonna
that?
no, we were gonna do CS:GO, of Guards and Thieves.
Yep.
So it's
There's-
not just
there's
one other
another one that
division,
made more
but
sense.
it's also the game you have to come up with.
Oh yeah, but it's
Yeah.
gotta be a game that unfortunately we've played on Random Game Night, but it's a shooter that they should be good at.
It's
What's
like
that
a
one, the
it's-
ultimate
it's-
chicken horse. You should get people there.
Oh, we should play that.
If we needed to thin the ranks, we'll have inter team
Well,
competitions.
that would be an interesting thing to do if we could set up some sort of like massive tournament. Like
Tournament.
everybody enters in, but you have to enter with somebody from a division you're a part of, and so like the divisions are all represented.
All right, so
Ten
I gotta
dicks
ask an
enter,
interesting
one
question
dick
because
leaves.
I want to see how real these guys will get. Guilty pleasure.
Two
I'm
I'm
not-
not,
I'm
I'm
not-
not, I don't
Oh.
feel guilty about
Two
any
of
of
them.
my pleasures.
Guilty
no.
guilty pleasure.
Movie and guilty
okay.
pleasure video game.
Okay, I got movie right off the bat. Drumline. Every time that movie's on
that
TV,
movie
I stop and watch.
That's all right. I'm with you. I'm from
I
the
watch that
South.
movie.
I'm
Fucking
with that.
sucks.
Every time that movie's on, I stop and watch it. It can't.
All right,
I,
Dragons.
I don't know
You
why.
fucking suck.
Come on,
So
tell
this
us
is
like
like-
Miracle on Ice or Michael.
Okay,
It's
so
like
I can't
embarrassing, right?
tell you a guilty pleasure movie other than Notebook. That's not a guilty pleasure because it's an amazing movie. Go fuck
That's
yourself.
a guilty pleasure.
Shut the fuck up. But
You
I do.
cry every time at the end.
I do buy big,
Titanic.
like big color, not coloring books, but like bigger versions of them of the Disney princesses, and I color them in as like therapy.
As
But
you- as
they're
you
all
watch
over
it.
my wall. Yeah.
As
All
you
right,
watch-
pictures or it didn't happen.
Sure. Yeah, I'll send you pictures.
Expect a mess hall post about that.
Okay, maybe I won't.
Okay.
I don't want to be
Well, 'cause
called
if
like
it
a
came to me, it's
pedophile or
going
something.
there.
They're just pictures.
What about you, Derek?
Movie, Fancy actually said it, Titanic. I can't get enough of that movie. I love that movie.
Are you
Okay.
kidding me?
So you know how the
What's
Titanic
wrong with you?
it
That's
came in
terrible.
two
I can't get enough of
VHSs,
people
right?
dying.
You know how Titanic came in two VHSs because it was so fucking long?
Yep.
The
Yep, I
second
remember.
VHS, all about it. That's an amazing
Hold
movie.
on.
The first
Pearl
one leading up to
Harbor?
it, the first half.
Oh,
that.
yeah, Pearl Harbor. That's another
Pearl
long
Harbor
one.
came on 2 DVDs.
I mean, where they
Yeah.
cut it too,
shit.
it's like right at the end of the first tape.
I
It's like,
know, and like right when the ship's starting to go
Mhm,
down. That's so
mhm.
good.
And
yeah.
then you're like, what happens next? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh, suspense. All right.
I think that's a terrible movie because it's like very anti-man. All the men die.
Well,
That's not
yeah.
right.
Well, yeah.
Okay, you want to hear a pro-man story? So there's a stat out there about shipwrecks, basically, and there's a very strong positive correlation between how fast a ship goes down and who survives. If a ship goes down in like less than 10 minutes, all the men survive and all the women die. If it goes down really slowly, like over 30 minutes, all the women live and all the men die.
He's,
So-
he's
I'm
about to say
gonna
we're
let you
guilted
figure out
into
why that
staying
is. Yeah, that's
behind.
exactly.
We're
But when
guilted
it's
into
spent
staying
for yourself in like 5 minutes, or we're all gonna die. Guess who wins out
We're
on that
stuffing
one?
them back in the base. Or in the
Yeah.
boat.
Wow.
Women can get the fuck out of the way.
All right, so my guilty pleasure movie, and I feel like this is the movie to get most judged. You may not even have seen it. A movie called Stick It.
Oh my God, I know
The
that
fuck
movie.
is that?
In fact, that was
It's
the first
Hillary
movie I.
Swank as a gymnast, as some like bratty gymnast.
No, it's not Hillary Swank.
Oh no, is it not?
It's Hillary Clinton, I believe, actually.
Yeah. She used to be really nimble.
She,
It's,
What's the name of the
Missy
movie?
Peregrine.
Missy Peregrine. That's right, Missy Peregrine.
I don't know what these
Did you just
people are.
pull? Did you just pull that out of a hat, or did you actually know?
No.
Or
I
you
might.
Googled
Do
it?
you
I
have
the
do you have a
website
hat
for
of
it.
names next to it at all times?
I do.
This
kinda let
movie
that
right
It's
here
funny.
is without a doubt to me
That'd be
is a
the
movie
great-
that if it's on, not only am I watching it, I'm putting it on my DVR so I can go back and watch it.
Oh,
kinda
from the
wanna-
maker of
I've
Bring It
never
On.
heard
I
of
already
it.
understand everything about this movie.
I kind of,
having
you know
never
what I
seen
kind of
it.
want now? I kind of want to like
A
put
girlfriend?
a bunch of lines next to me, like responses in a hat that I could just pull out all the time. And like
You know,
if
you
somebody
could do
asks me a
that.
question,
That's within your capabilities.
well, 'cause,
It,
Well.
it could be your new video game. It could be Cards Against TSF.
yeah,
There you go.
It's
All right,
perfect.
so who's the guilty video game? What's that video game that you play that
What?
you're just like, why do I play this game?
Oh my God,
PUBG,
I have the
PUBG.
perfect one.
PUBG.
Every time I play it,
This
I
is
ask
our
myself
fearless
that
commander of PUBG saying that this is his guilty pleasure.
question. Trust me, I try to quit every day. They don't let me.
So literally every single day,
Every day.
I play this retarded flash game online called Dice Wars, and it's by
You just
some
roll dice and that's
Japanese, some Japanese thing. It's basically it's almost like Risk. Like you got to roll dice, and capture areas, and all that kind of stuff. And you can play up for like between 1 AI or 7 other AI. And for some reason,
you're playing
I love
against
it.
Allen Iverson.
Yeah, I'm playing against Allen Iverson, the great. He's lost a step or two, so I'm competitive.
Oh,
Isn't he
nice.
dead?
Yeah, I think mine
No.
is a problem because I've bought it 2 different years.
What do you mean you
It's,
bought it?
Car Mechanic Simulator.
Oh, I saw you watch. I saw you
Oh,
playing that.
yeah.
So like that game, literally all you do is you like unbolt the tires, and I feel like the only reason I do that is because I put something on the other monitors to watch, and I can say I'm doing something productive. I'm changing oil.
Is that really productive though? Like virtual oil change?
Those cars needed their oil change, sir. Actually, some of them needed like belts replaced. It would have killed their virtual drivers.
That sounds like that game would be more fun, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's one about
Probably.
rocket ships.
Well,
where
no,
you would,
that's
like build
Kerbal.
your own rocket ship.
See,
and all
that
Yeah,
sounds
that's
cool.
Kerbal Space Program.
That
I
sounds
love that
cool.
program. That
Yeah.
is one of the best games, period, on the market. If you just want to play a game that you can blow shit up or do really cool shit.
My tower defense games, like Flash tower defense games, I just like so
Yeah, I like
mindless
those.
that you just like I could pretty much play any of those all the time. Just sit there mindlessly, like building something.
Yeah, if I want to feel the futility of life, I'll play RimWorld and like build a colony, doing great, and then something lights on fire and it's all over. It's like, why do I play this game? There's no purpose.
Why
That's
is that?
how I
A,
feel about
how's
FTL.
that a guilty pleasure?
Because he
pleases
keeps
him.
doing it and it's not good.
And he's
Either
guilty
Either
about
that,
it.
or every year I buy Madden, play one season,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then stop. It's like,
Yeah.
why do I keep buying this game?
I'm to the point now where I have Xbox Pass or whatever, EA
I have a good
Access,
time.
and I play it when it comes that way.
I think you could say my guilt. I played this game with you guys once too. My guilty pleasure of a game is a game I played
Oh, that
15 years.
Oh God, no.
Had 23,000 hours on and a tattoo on my back. and then I introduced it to you guys, and in 5 minutes you're like, "Fuck this."
That is the worst game. That is the definition of
Wait,
a
which one is it?
moped
I missed it.
girlfriend.
I had sex with a girl from that game. Shut up.
Hold on.
Wait, which one is it?
It's
missed
called
it.
Subspace Continuum.
Subspace Continuum.
All right, let's be very clear. That is the moped girlfriend of video games. It's a whole lot of fun to ride around with in your backyard, but as soon as your friends see you doing it, you got to leave that moped behind.
Well, that's
What?
why I was guilty about it. So.
Wait, what's wrong with? Wait, what's wrong with the moped?
Yeah.
It's
You know,
okay,
mopeds
fancy.
are like a common mode of transportation in Europe and India.
Yeah, well, that's
Oh, I had a moped in high school. Let me tell you.
And
that
Europeans
was
have
fun.
sex all the time, so I'm just going to point that out.
What?
More
That's a
facts.
spurious correlation.
Where's your facts? Give me your evidence, damn it.
You want me to get some Europeans and you can watch them fuck? Is that what you want?
I mean,
Because
all
there's
right,
videos.
We have the
I
internet.
have access to these videos.
So let's take a quick poll about your gaming rigs. Did you guys? I want to know. Did you buy it or did you build it? Derek, did you buy or build your rig?
Build.
Build. Two dragons. Buy or build?
I've always built my rigs, but this one I bought together because it was cheaper.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. Trojan, we know you. You just spent it was like 1,000, 2,000, like 10,000, like 40,000, like
Yeah.
$100,000.
A lot of money.
I think he sold his
buying
kids
it.
actually.
Renting them at least.
Oh, there you go. That's smart, man.
Slave
well,
labor.
Yeah.
Technically, did a lease to own.
Oh, that's
but
not good.
no, I bought this time just because with memory and graphics cards, it was cheaper to buy than to build.
Memory's so expensive right now.
I'm too stupid to build mine, so I bought whatever the hell the Alienware was because I'm a sucker.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fancy,
that's
do you
cool.
buy or build?
I definitely buy with the intent of changing parts out immediately.
Oh,
It's like a halvesy.
okay.
Now my last PC, from when I bought it to when I turned it off for the last time, the only thing that was still the same was the chipset and motherboard. I had replaced video card, power supplies, memory, hard drives, everything in it through its life.
So everyone here except for me has actually built a PC before.
You could too. It's
Not from
that
scratch.
hard.
Not
yeah,
from scratch.
it's really.
no.
I mean, really.
No, I
it's
didn't mind the
just-
fucking ores for it. No.
Well, you know,
But I put the. It's like
you
it's
didn't go to
honestly-
China for the silica gold.
No, it's Lego for adults. Like that's
it's
all
exactly.
It is.
I was just gonna say that.
Well, I said
it's-
first, so fuck you.
It's yeah. No, you're
Well-
right though. It's Legos for adults, but they're just it's the compatibility things that can get tough.
But,
That and
okay, so
the
I don't,
operating
I'm not
system's
I'm not
annoying
good with
too.
compatibility either. All I do is go to a website that knows that shit,
Yeah.
and then I
Yeah.
plug in all my stuff,
Yep.
and they say don't fucking do this, or here's your bottleneck, or something like that.
Yep.
There's websites out like all this can be done. You can watch 2 YouTube videos and know how to do
Yep.
it.
Yeah. It's not tough, but right now it's just not price smart to
Yeah.
build.
Well, it's not like right now. It just depends, like you know. depends on
We
what-
need the what is the Nvidia Bitcoin mining cards to come
Oh
out
fuck
already.
that shit.
those are great.
They're gonna be like 40 grand. Those
Well,
cards.
once they come out though, hopefully they'll quit buying the video game cards.
No, they won't.
I know. I'm hoping.
The one thing that's nice about a pre-built one is because it's not really a hassle to build a PC as much as it is just to upload the operating system onto it. It's so annoying.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that can be annoying. And also, like with mine, I got a 2-year warranty on mine. Where anything happens in the next 2 years, they pay for the shipping, take it back, and fix it.
Who? Oh, wait, did you have yours built or did you build yours?
Yeah, well, I designed mine custom.
Right,
for
you
Cyberpower
picked the
PC.
pieces. Yeah, yeah.
I
I
He
picked all
picked
the
he picked the
pieces.
colors.
I picked the pretty
outside.
pictures.
I want a red fan and a blue fan.
Well,
Okay,
sir,
we'll
that's the
build
funny
your
part.
PC.
I've got 3 RGB fans that I can't figure out how to turn on.
Will this
Ah.
make? Will they be
Channel is
purple?
recording.
Will they make it purple if we do this?
Oh, it's a fix it! Yay!
It's a
Hey,
fix
Oh,
it
we,
real
wait,
quick.
we don't applause when people come in. Is that not this kind of
It's
show?
the XO of PUBG.
It's the wait. Fix it is the XO. I thought what's his name was.
Wait, I think we have two.
I think we have 2.
You have
we have
two in a game that requires not even a CO. You have 2 executive officers.
Well, we
what
can
is
fire
going on
one
in this
if you
place?
want. You want me
Oh,
to
the-
fire one? Let's
So
do
here's the real question though.
I don't want
Is
you to
that-
fire one. I want you to hire me as one, just for
it.
the hell
Sure,
of it.
done. You're hired.
All right,
Welcome
there you
aboard.
go.
See, this is the thing though. See, he hires you, and he literally won't do anything then.
Yeah, he literally won't show up anymore. That'll be the last time we ever see him.
Yeah,
He's-
you want to be CEO?
He's you do roster management. You make sure he does roster management. You make sure he does roster management. Have a good day, fellas.
Yeah.
He just explained to Fix It the other day how to do everything, and I know like Dragons is never going to log back onto that page.
I'm pretty sure this whole division is a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, revolving around him not having to do anything,
Yeah.
including play the game.
It's very intricate. I think I put more effort into making sure I don't do anything than actually doing stuff.
So
Every other CO's listening to this
You know-
hating your
you
show.
know magicians
Yeah,
like
they just jealous,
Dragons.
damn.
You have 700 staff members. What's going on there?
Everyone in the division is the staff.
They all have to they have to get a new staff member under them so they can do the work. You know,
The hierarchy.
I could just see it right now. They could be like, why do we need an actual division for PUBG? They're
Haven't-
not doing anything.
That's also, yeah.
You have
They're fucking
assistant-
playing
you have
Sea of
assistant
Thieves all day
XOs.
long.
no
You have
shit.
assistant XOs and assistants to the XOs and assistants to the assistants to the XOs. I
Well,
don't think this
because
is-
there's so many assistants, we just shorten it and call them all asses.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
I mean,
what
that's
the-
what we call
that's our
our
whole team.
leader. What I mean, S1, S1A, S2, S2A.
So
There's
you
a
know
lot
what
of
I've
asses.
Oh
noticed.
no, that's Canadian.
I'm
one.
surrounded by
Hey.
assholes,
Oh, good Spaceballs reference.
right?
So you know what I've noticed over the last year or so that I've been hanging around again is that there's a huge difference from, like, Derek, back me up on this, like 15 years ago when we were
Wait a
doing
minute,
this.
you
When I
guys have
was
been
10.
around for 15 years ago?
Well, I was around. Derek's been around
Yep.
for 16 years.
Oh dear God.
When I was
I
10.
know.
Let's go. Keep going.
So the COs,
We wouldn't have allowed you in. Just so you know.
COs were like gods. Like whatever the CO wanted, it happened.
Oh, we
Yeah.
gotta bring that back.
I actively
Well,
don't do
And
what
now,
Dragons tells me to
and
do.
now,
Yeah.
it feels like
Everyone
I
does the
hear
opposite.
about like what the COs do, and I'm like, that's like they're like paper pushers. Like you have like reports and shit you gotta do, and I'm like, oh my god.
So what did
I
what did they used to do? Just show up and like bark orders at people? Because I want to reinstitute this shit.
It was
Oh my
Let's
god,
great.
it
bring
was
back
my homework.
very strict.
Make Team SF great again. Fucking bring it on.
I
I'll
think,
get the
I
hat
think
and everything.
that is strictly down to we have truly moved towards the casual gaming
Oh yeah,
thing.
I
Yeah.
mean, back in the day,
wholeheartedly.
10 years ago and longer, there were serious discussions in this team about whether we were community or competition, and there was
Yeah.
a lot of arguments about it.
I think we
Yeah,
know who
it's
won
been
out.
embraced wholly that it's community casual gamers. It's about creating a fun place to be.
Oh wait, don't tell me that.
Fuck
I thought
competition
we were
anyways.
legit.
No,
No, we
we're-
just tell
we're a
you
bunch
that.
of tomato
We
cans.
just tell ourselves we're legit, and then we go play a PUBG online and get our asses whacked in 30 seconds.
I want to get my ass whacked. Where do we
Oh
sign up
my
for this?
god.
Can we go back to the guilty pleasures talk?
Yeah, no, I just think the command style, but also the command styles are very different within divisions. I mean,
Yep.
all right, you take Dragons,
The best one, yeah, go on.
about the Bill and Ted version of leadership for this entire
Wait, who's
thing.
Bill and Ted? I'm just gonna assume
Oh
this is
my
a
God,
compliment.
Stop.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Come
Yeah,
on.
hey dude.
Basically
what's
just
Oh,
up,
like
God,
man?
get the fuck out of here.
All right,
Something's
so-
afoot at the Circle K.
Yeah,
Mm.
man. What up? But and then you have, I mean,
That's amazing.
for the
by the way.
longest time, probably the most strict division was the World of Warships division, and that
Until
was
they all quit.
a direct, I think, carry from the top down.
I don't know. Why do you mean? What do you mean that World of Warships all quit? I mean, right now there's got to be 25.
Yeah,
people.
that's an ironic statement for right this time exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
didn't all this like upper staff quit all at once?
No, well,
No,
the
it was their one
leadership
team,
quit
their
and
competitive team.
their number one comp team quit.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, I don't know the backstory of it, but they all left in mass exodus, and that was really what kind of drove the leadership. And talking to people, it was a very strict and at times very domineering
Yeah.
style of leadership.
Dominatrix actually is
And,
what they
and
use.
listen, it worked.
I
I,
like
mean,
that.
those guys have been like
They were
2 or
dominated.
3-time champions at their
Oh, you know
the
what?
highest
Fuck
level.
that shit, man. You can't go around bragging about being a championship at a game like 2,000 people play. That's like us being the best
Do we
fucking
think-
unearned bounty players. Like,
Do we hold on?
We're not,
do you
though.
think
That's
there's
the worst
few
part.
people
Yeah,
playing that?
there's like 10 people that play that game, and we're all last.
Yeah,
So
we're
here-
not even that good.
So here's interesting. So Rainbow Six has the most active members at 138.
Really?
World of Warships,
Out of all of them, really?
out of all of them, World of Warships division has 118 active. Everyone else is in double digits, not triple digits. So then it's Battlefield. Then it's PUBG at 92.
Oh, we gotta fix that.
This is my favorite division, by the way. It's called the Division.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
God.
division.
That cracks me up.
Who the fuck named that?
And then War Thunder, Counter Strike, Warplanes, and Tanks.
Ubisoft
Tanks is actually
named
pretty
that game.
low.
Is Tanks behind Warplanes now?
Yeah, Tanks is half.
Oh, for the
You know,
longest
those lists.
time.
I used to pay a lot of attention to those lists, but they fluctuate a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised that you said Siege is at the top because for the longest time it was like fourth or
Battlefield.
fifth.
Yeah, Battlefield
Battlefield
was
was at the top for
longest.
months.
I've
yeah.
seen a lot of people though come into like PUBG and stuff like that with like some sort of Rainbow Six tag on it though. So I think that I have no idea who they are.
And again, we
PUBG
always
yeah.
like we have this competition versus casual gameplay kind of dynamic, or figuring out what the hell we're doing there, which I think we have, to be honest. We also have this. What was I gonna say? Something.
No, only you know.
What the fuck was I gonna
That's
say?
dragons to a T. Just
Yeah,
just trails off.
ADD squared.
Whatever. I'm not even on
ADD
drugs.
squared.
Squirrel.
You can
Squirrel.
test me right now. What were we talking about? Rosters and shit. right?
Jesus,
You
man.
used to pay attention, and they fluctuate a lot.
Yeah.
Well, you were talking about casual
I almost
versus
Yeah.
spit my
competitive.
beer out right there.
Is it like what games versus each
You
other?
drinking on a Wednesday?
I drink on any day that ends in Y.
Oh, okay, I got it back. So, quality versus quantity of players. That was the other question that we were always
Yeah.
asking ourselves: is do we want lots of players, or do we want a few quality players that get along and have a good time, and there's no issues there? Because I can tell you, as the CEO, the guy who fucking gets all the shit at the end of the day, is we had way more complaints when we had an active roster of 140 people. We had daily complaints about people, and you know what? Those people are gone now. Because
I've involved myself in this conversation, but I've been muted the whole time, so you guys didn't hear my brilliant.
Wow.
That's the best thing ever.
Wow.
Welcome, Fix It.
Hey, Fix.
I
Welcome
just
to the
asked,
shit
I was
show.
like, "Hey, Fixie, you got a full boat?" And I was like, nobody answered. Hey, Fitz, you got a full boat? Nobody answered. I looked down, my mic's muted.
Yeah, beautiful.
Hey, fix it. Pop your recording on if you don't mind.
Yeah, Control
Yep.
Shift R.
Wow, you're really hitting those buttons.
Really hard.
He's doing something to it.
Doing, I don't know.
Anger typing.
Someone get him a towel.
What does he need a towel for?
He may
Wait,
already
don't
be
tell
done
me.
with the towel.
I don't want to know.
That's why
User
he.
in your channel started
There
recording.
we go.
Great.
All right, there you go.
That's where we need more proof of this shit.
Well, he's only got half of it.
Well, at least we know that there's no plausible deniability about this.
I mean, I look back, Derek, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's, maybe 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. There's probably 70
What are you just
people
counting?
on team leadership. That was the entire team special forces.
Right.
On the council page.
Correct me
I'm
if
like,
I'm wrong,
good
but
luck.
7 comes after 6, right?
I was doing quick.
Yeah, he did skip that 20, 30, 40, 50, 70. Wait a minute.
Well, I had the last 20.
Hold on. He's at the age potentially where the 60s.
Oh yeah,
We're
we gotta
skipped.
break out the tests. What they give to Donald Trump to test his mental illness, he had to identify a giraffe or some shit. We got to get that for Sundance.
I
But
don't
yeah,
know
you're
what
right,
you're
Sundance.
talking about.
Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, the whole team was less than 100 people with 3 or 4 divisions. And now it's like divisions up the yin yang. Oh, and by the way, do we really need all these team speak channels?
yes.
Yeah,
I mean, good lord.
Don't bring that up.
Not
You're gonna trigger some
necessarily-
people. You're gonna trigger Red specifically.
I mean, this is undesignated area. That just those was the entire team.
It's true. They don't. I mean, there are definitely more than.
I think the
Are
U
needed.
channels are fine because they're at the bottom and they don't matter. But I think within each division's area, they're able to justify why they have what they have.
Hey, can we
Really?
talk about how shitty a game Tarkov is? Because
Hey,
my
and brother,
god, that game
please.
sucks.
Holy
Holy fuck!
shit!
I didn't get a chance to play it.
You
Dude,
lucky bastard.
like seriously, anybody who listens to this podcast, like seriously, I'll give you my fee. I mean, for a nominal fee.
I almost
but
went
it's an Edge of
mental playing that
Darkness.
game. Like the whole time I was asking, like, so when's the game start? When's the game start? Like, oh, we're playing it, Dragons. We're
We
playing
ran
it.
around
I
for
was
an
like, what
hour
the
and a half
fuck?
and didn't find
Are you
anything
sure
to
we're not in
shoot
the
at.
lobby still? No, this is the game.
I will
What
tell
makes
you,
a good video game, in your opinion?
That's a tough.
It's fun.
That's a
It's
tough question.
engaging. It has
Wow.
replayability.
Replayability is big.
I'm achieving
although
something.
There's good games that you play once through and then you don't play again. But
And then there's games like PUBG where it's basically a drug and you're just addicted to it and you fucking
Yeah.
hate the
That
game
is
and you just keep
exactly
playing and
what
playing and
PUBG
playing.
is.
Well, the problem with like, so I always feel like I need to achieve something in the game, and so that's where it kind of like there's some games that offer things I really like, but sometimes the achievability is not there, so that's why I'm always iffy about them. So like, even with Sea of Thieves, which just came out, there's so much in there that's a lot of fun, but like sometimes I'm like, well, what am I achieving here?
There's
like,
no
it's a-
the content is really lacking in that game.
yeah, so I'm like, why? Like, I really do enjoy the game. The gameplay itself is great, but
Well, I think there's
what
a
am I working towards?
there's a content cap though too. I mean, I just started a week or two ago with like Star Citizen, and holy shit, there's so much to that game to like get in there. I played for 6 hours and couldn't complete one mission, just because there's so many different things. So I think that game's almost intimidating because it's got so much content. Whereas yeah,
Mhm.
Sea of Thieves is definitely lacking, but
it's the content is the basic thing you just do. So I mean,
Yeah, no, it's like you just do.
I
that
mean,
thing.
you
if
should-
this
should
was
be
a
able to
single
move
player
towards something.
game, I'd be like, yeah, that doesn't even have remotely
true.
enough content to do it. But this game is all about like getting together and acting
oh
goofy.
yeah,
and-
they've got to add more people to your boat. They've got to make it
Yeah.
where you can have like 10 people on a boat.
That'd be sweet.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
I don't think they're gonna do that. Like, content is so lacking in that game, and it took so long to make it. Like, you think about the company that made that Rare. Their last games were out like 4 years ago. It took them probably 3 or 4 years to make this game, and look how lacking it is in content. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, let's look around here at the games we have. The wargaming games, content is just ships and tanks and planes. It's the same 3 or 4 maps, and you play around and it's over. War
But you
Thunder,
win.
Same way, but you
You-
win. Yes, you win.
Is there
or you lose.
achievements?
And you level.
Oh, see, level's a big thing. I'd like
Level's a
PUBG.
big
Why
thing.
no leveling in PUBG? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but what do you get? I mean,
Doesn't
remember
matter.
the
People
idea-
just want to say I'm fucking higher level than you, bitch.
Yeah.
And
Is
then
it
kill
kind
you.
of like Rainbow Six then, where you're just
Yeah.
a higher level, even though it has nothing? You get no competitive advantage.
Dude,
get-
that's
you get,
most
like,
leveling
skins and
systems.
things like
Is there's
that, yeah.
nothing you get out of it. Like, yeah, maybe
Okay.
In
cosmetics or something.
in a game like PUBG, you have to not get something from it, because if you start getting something from it, that's
Yeah.
immediately where you have
Oh,
now
yeah,
you have different
yeah, they're
level
kidding.
players.
And that's why most games avoid that construct.
Like, go with the Call of Duty, like the way they level up. You know, you have your prestiges and your levels in it.
Yeah.
All it does is it unlocks guns for you.
That's not a bad
But-
way. Actually, I like the way Call of Duty does.
They
that.
did it- I
So
think
you
they
do
did a great
get
job.
there is a bit of the better you or the higher level you get, the better you can get because you get better weapons. But if you really want to be prestigious, which is why they call it prestige, that you have to go back to those shitty weapons and start
Yeah.
all over and do it over and over. That's a cool way of doing it.
They did a great
It
job.
wouldn't work in PUBG, obviously.
It might.
No. Well,
No, because everybody has to start level playing field. Period.
Yeah, no, you're probably right.
I mean, you just it has to.
It'd
be a blank slate
have
when
to
you
be done
start.
very carefully, but
They have
the
to
safe thing is
decide
just
what
to
they're gonna
avoid
do.
that.
Yeah.
no, they did.
Um,
But like in games like that, though, it's like, but like,
I don't know though, because even like in PUBG, like there is hierarchies of weapons already.
Oh
And so,
yeah.
like, no one's gonna take a UMP over an M4. No.
but yeah, but it takes but it's about the randomness of it too. If you start you're only limited to this, then you take
Yeah.
half the randomness out of it, and I think it's not what their game's about.
All right.
They'd
So
have to
back to
figure out
what
a
he
different
asked
way.
though. So talking
What
about
makes a
these
good game?
things, what makes a good game though?
It was all
Boobs.
based on under the guise of you saying that you
I like
and
it.
you
Just
just
I
make
make
it
it
think
ladies.
context and the kind of gamer you are probably has a big difference with that.
I mean, like probably my favorite game of all time, still to this day, single player, is Grand
Sims.
Theft Auto 5.
Oh, it's close.
Oh, The Witcher 3 was so good.
Yeah, I didn't like
Hold
The
on,
Witcher
was.
3 because there was too much going on in Witcher
All right,
3,
I'm interested to hear
and
what that
you
has
weren't
to say.
guided properly.
Well, it's like the
But I like
kind of
that.
apex of open world. It's like
Yeah.
you gotta find your place.
All right,
Exactly,
hold on,
like, I can
hold on,
literally do
Dragons.
whatever I
What's
want.
your probably all-time favorite game?
I can't answer that.
Come on. No,
I
you're
re-
gonna say that Continuum Space shit.
But I don't know. Like that's just the game I played the most. I don't know if that's my favorite
So,
game.
I mean,
you know, honestly, I really like Battlefield games. I really
Okay.
like first-person shooters that are like decent,
What
which I
about
think
you, Derek?
Battlefield is.
A game I still go back to play today is Empire Total War. Installed it in 2009. I still play it.
So that's an
Every so
RTS, right?
That's cool.
Yep.
And multiplayer or single player?
Well,
What do you play it when you're playing it in your
single
play-
player.
happy place?
Single player. My happy place is single player.
Now, hold on, Dragons. You're playing multiplayer or single player?
What do you play when you're crying yourself to sleep at night?
Well, that's what I'm kind of seeing here. I mean, so far we've got Grand Theft Auto, we've got The Witcher, we've got single player.
GTA is probably
Oh,
also my favorite single player game.
But I think the tie-ins. What makes a great game is a game that you can play alone. Because again, we'll sit here and say PUBG is not a great game.
Sucks.
We enjoy it.
I wouldn't
but,
play by myself.
No, hell no.
Yeah.
But,
I'm gonna be
I
one of
think
those
the
guys who
best
has
games...
like 1,300 hours on a game and reviews it and says this game's shit.
But I mean, I think.
Yeah,
listen
was
to
it
these
worth
guys.
$60?
Is
1,000 hours in?
It comes down to: is it a game that you can sit down by yourself in a dark room, play? And
Why does the
enjoy
room have to
it?
be dark? I just want to ask why you add that
I
in
don't know.
there.
I
Because
think
I
the
sit
story
in a
matters.
dark room.
Story matters.
The story matters. It has to be something that
Because like if
kind
you
of
were to
takes
ask me,
you out of your reality.
if you were to ask
Yeah.
me my top 5 games, they're all story. Like
Yeah.
I love Kingdom Hearts, all of them. They were so good. Like I said, the Witcher series is good. And then
See-
like Crash Bandicoot, the story's not great, but the gameplay is just kind of fun and kooky. But the story, it still has a story there. And when I was growing up, that was just
Yeah,
what
I
we've
mean,
had.
See, like Diablo, Grand Theft Auto. The
Yeah, my
Assassin's
favorite
Creed
story
Black
game has
Flag.
always been what do you call it? Monkey Island. It's like
Monkey
got
Island.
my start. Oh, you never.
Sounds
played
kind of
Monkey
Monkey
Island?
Island?
What's your first-
You're missing out.
Yeah, not to jump questions, but we can talk about what was your first
Was the
game you
first,
remember,
Yeah.
like your first favorite game. But anyway, keep going about making a game. Sorry.
Kind of hijack Sundance here, I think.
Yeah, fuck them.
Oh,
I mean, he did say he
He
was here to
does have the-
facilitate.
he does have the edit button.
Yeah, he
here
can fucking
coming
do
up.
whatever he wants.
I mean, he did say
He'll be-
he
he'll be
wanted to
fine.
facilitate. If he
I
doesn't have
think
to
he's
do
pretty well
anything, he's
decided
okay.
he's editing out like 90% of Dragons.
That's wait. Why me? What did I do?
No. Come on. No, this is good. You guys are doing a great discussion. I don't need to.
Thank
I
you,
don't need,
Sundance.
I don't need to fluff you at all.
Well, you
I'll
fluff me
take a
anytime you
fluffer.
Well,
want.
I'm
Yeah.
curious now, though. Fancy
anyway,
mentioned it.
But what is the
First game.
your first like mine is Crash Bandicoot. I can remember playing
Oh, fuck
all the
off.
Crash Bandicoots with my brother, like watching my brother play, and then Crash Team Racing and
Okay.
Crash Bash.
That's
playing with
a
them.
good question. What's the favorite game to play in like the living room with friends? For
Crash
me, it's
Team
always been
Racing.
NHL or FIFA, like sports games.
Living room
Yeah,
with
sports games,
friends.
MLB,
It's like the
Oh,
only
yeah.
time
Oh
I
yeah,
enjoy
it's
a
gotta be
sports
Madden
game.
for like just.
Yeah.
golf.
I've played the most with
I
golf. with
don't-
Don't
friends.
don't skip out on the Nintendo.
Hold on, no, and that's where I'm about to
Oh,
hit
yeah.
you guys is with age. Honestly, I had a shit ton of fun growing up in elementary school when we got the Nintendo, playing Duck Hunt with my family.
Oh,
There
I,
you go.
yeah. Duck
Yep,
Hunt,
I
that's
played
pretty
Duck
sick.
Hunt in my
at the
basement with my
computer, or at
cousins so much.
and just play Duck Hunt the whole time, and then we switch over to Mario, or we played Paperboy, Skate or Die, any of those games right there where you can just sit and just switch the controller around to everybody.
What the fuck happened with Duck Hunt? So Duck Hunt, like it came out, it
Oh,
blew
so
everyone's
good.
mind. It's like the future is now. You shoot at your TV with lasers, and then it was like 20 years later we got Kinect. Like what the shit? Like what happened in between there? Like seriously.
People tried to go to where we're at, or where we're moving towards in VR. They
Problem,
thought they were there.
I think the problem too is that like Nintendo historically, just console wise, has just not really been there on the same level for most of it, and so I think that here's the thing.
They go to a different audience.
It's a different-
I'm
it's
pretty
a-
sure the Wii outsold the Xbox.
Well,
and the
that's what I was gonna
PS4.
say. It's a different.
Did
It's
they
a
really?
different type
Yes.
of.
Oh yeah,
It's a different
over
type.
100 million consoles.
It's because
What?
they do different styles of game though. Like you're not
It's
buying
a different
the Wii
audience.
for-
It's a totally different
exactly.
audience.
It's children and family stuff more
Yeah.
than it is.
It turns out there's a lot of fucking kids out there.
Yeah, half the people bought that Wii
Phrasing.
and played it like 3 times.
I just think I think that's why though. So the audience they were going for, they kind of were like, well, this Duck Hunt thing was cool, but like we're not gonna get any more like shooting people really. I mean, how many shooters do you know for the Wii?
We're running
I
out
was
of
gonna say,
animals to
so
shoot.
no. Well, I mean, so here you go. I mean, nearly every game we have is a shooter, an FPS third-person shooter outside of the wargaming things.
Yeah.
We've done
League of
World
Legends
War
was
One.
around.
We've done
Just
World
saying.
War Two.
Yeah.
We've done Future. We've done Battle Royale.
It's Rocket League.
Or, well, I mean,
Uh,
what's
all
the
the guns
next
in Rocket
shooter?
League. Give me the next shooter.
What's the next shooter?
What do you mean? What's
Name
the
what's-
next shooter?
I mean, well, no, like seriously, we've done all the eras of shooting.
Oh, fuck
We-
off.
now
Well,
we're in
first of
Battle
all,
Royale.
we'll do
Like,
them
what's-
over 1,000 times.
Sure,
So,
they
like-
will, but what's the next?
Well, you have, and you also have. I mean, you want to
You-
get more
you
obscure. You have
can't-
like not Warband, Mountain Blade Warband. So it's like medieval. So you have the arrows. So
Yeah.
There you go. You have medieval. But, I mean,
When
hell,
you're
you've
doing
got
like
army.
eras, you only have two options: is to go back in time and do like a historical context. And again, pretty much everything's been done, unless you start to get really into weird shit, where like when the Chinese first came out with gunpowder or something. But no, that'd be shitty mechanics for the most part, right?
Yeah.
So like you have to do these things over and over again. Vietnam, the World Wars. I want to see a fucking.
Was there ever really a
I
good
want to see
Vietnam
a
game?
Korean War one.
Well,
No
was
one
there
does
ever
that.
a really good Vietnam Korean game?
Yeah,
You had,
man.
what,
oh,
You had
totally.
the Rising
Well-
Tide or something, didn't you?
Yeah, and fuck, what's that? It goes
The
back now. It starts-
joint
I mean,
operations.
Battlefield Vietnam, but I don't know if I'd classify it as a really good one.
No,
yeah,
just
it was. I
skin,
liked
really,
it
right?
though.
Good.
I mean, it was
It's
alright for
music.
what it was,
that
but
one, it doesn't
it was
help
mostly
us.
like it was like a Vietnam map pack essentially. It wasn't really
There
a
was
game.
a really early PC game that I played a lot. I think it was like called Vietnam or Viet Cong or something like that. Or
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
I
an
remember.
Operation
Yeah,
Flashpoint
something
like
like that.
extension
Yeah,
or something.
Op
It was really
Flashpoints.
good.
Yep,
it was
they had
really
that,
fucking
yep.
good.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, you're right. I would love to see Vietnam. That would be amazing.
I am curious now, though. All right, that was an easy one. What about like, what's the next game to join?
What do you mean for us?
Team SF.
I don't know, something
What do you
stupid.
see?
Oh, definitely. I'm going to be the CEO of Ultimate Chicken Horse.
You'll get a lot of PUBG guys.
I kind of want to play that now. But we're gonna definitely have a Hell Let Loose thing for
Yeah.
sure.
At least,
You think Hell Let Loose will...
at least the start.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it'll
I
make
mean,
it all the way
unless it
through.
really fucking sucks. And again, there's a bunch of games coming out that are vying for PUBG's position because they know PUBG's have just fucked 1,000 things up. So
Well,
Mavericks
there's rumors
looks
they're going to
amazing.
have a in the next Battlefield. It's going to have a mode for.
I can
Battle
guarantee
Royale.
you that they're going to do it. Already said they're going to do it, but they said it's going to be different, so inspired by, but it's not going to be like a normal BR.
Yeah.
So then PUBG, to stay relevant, is going to have to really tighten
They're
up.
they're not going to stay relevant. They're going to be done, and it's going to be quick. Once a game comes in that's better, all the streamers are going to go, all the players are going to go, and I'm going to be right there with them.
I mean, it's fine. I spent $30 and I spent $30
I'll
on the
say it's
game, and I got
$30
like
for
900
600
hours.
hours. I'm good
Right.
with it.
Oh, I'm not complaining. I just think that's the natural order of things because PUBG has opened up the whole world's eyes, or the gaming community's eyes, as to how much people love BR style games, and especially like realistic BR. Like you've got Fortnite too, people love that. But there's
Yeah,
really,
Yeah.
There's
I don't
really
like
an
it
audience.
as much,
Oh,
but there's
yeah.
a big, huge audience for Fortnite. Right
I
now.
think that's a big thing too. You brought up the real life kind of realistic part of it, because I think a lot of games are starting to try to go with that. I mean, you
Yeah.
can see Sea of Thieves is very cartoonish looking, but like the style of running that ship is like
everything's pretty
Legit.
realistic, other
Yeah.
than
I'll
the
say
graphics.
that game, outside of the cartoonish, you could slap a real sim skin
It would
on
work.
everything.
It would work just fine.
the same
Yeah.
way.
but like having to move the sail to catch the wind, speed up. And
That's,
mean, the only
it's
thing
super.
I would
It's like
see
almost
different-
super realistic. Yeah.
Like Blackwake is a comparison. In Blackwake,
Ugh.
you've got
Yeah,
to
it's
like
not really the
clean
same
the
thing, yeah.
barrel and load the trigger and then put the cannon.
and then
It's
shoot
just-
yourself in the head.
Yeah, it's
because
just
the game's
tedious
so bad.
stuff. It's just tedious stuff. Whereas it seems like Sea of Thieves, ignoring the cartoony aspect,
I was more about
fantastic
the
game.
I was more about the like the aspects of sailing, the more detail they're putting into it.
I loved it, yeah. One of the
think
things I really
a lot more
disagreed
games are doing that.
with the reviews I've been reading about Sea of Thieves, which are like entirely negative, and I completely agree
I
with.
think a lot of that's server access.
No,
Yeah,
no,
it's-
no. It's a
no,
lot
I
about
think it's
content
anger.
too. The content and the price is the biggest one.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
like you get zero content pretty much and a huge price tag. Like that makes no sense, and I totally agree. But one thing they ragged on is like, oh, it's boring to sail the ships. I'm like, no, it's not. That's like the fun
That's
part.
the best
It's
part.
yeah. It's like you.
Well,
guys
it's because these are all reviewers who are playing solo.
Solo.
They
Now
probably
that
were.
would suck.
Almost guaranteed they were. Yeah.
That would suck.
Fucking nerds.
Playing solo, I think it's interesting having to do this everything yourself.
No,
It's not
way.
hard.
That would be horrible.
No, it's not hard because you have.
No,
I'm
no,
playing
no,
solo
played
right
them.
now. It's all right, but it's not amazing.
Nerd.
No,
It's
it's not.
okay.
It's not like great, but it's like it's not hard. It's
I
all
do
right
find
there.
the game pretty repetitive. Like you
Sure.
have 3 different types of quests, and they're all the same shit. You go to an island, pick up something, and fucking go, right?
Well,
in
I'll
one
tell
of
you,
the
the
in one of the
Skull
quests, you have
Islands
to
are
kill
fun.
something first. The Skull Islands were pretty fun.
Skull
But
Islands
even
are
that,
fun.
like you're just you've got 3. You got 2 moves. You shoot the guy, or you swing your
Well,
sword
no.
at the guy.
We figured out the strategy last night, but I think it's gonna that's
We
gonna
used it
get
again
nerfed.
today.
Did you use it again today?
Oh yeah,
that's gonna
no, it
get
worked really
nerfed.
well.
And with the cannon.
No, they're not gonna
That's
nerf
gonna
that.
get nerfed.
How dare you?
No,
Not gonna
they're
nerf
not
it.
gonna, you
No,
can't
because-
nerf cannons.
No, but they'll keep the skeletons inside the fences.
No, I don't think they will. Because I don't think because the thing about
We'll
it is
find
like,
a way.
you're there for so long.
Yeah,
that,
I
like
mean,
other
I
games
yeah,
guess
we
come
we're
out.
put
burning
that
the supplies.
strategy we were using, which we were fucking destroying them. It took fucking forever to get
Oh,
through
it was 30, 45 minutes last night, every bit of it.
We murdered that guy.
that. Yeah. Oh god, I felt so bad.
No, you
He's like,
didn't.
I'm just looking for
It was
friends,
Morgan.
and then
Morgan
we
did
shoot
it.
him. Yeah,
You
Morgan's
guys
got no
are
heart.
wonderful.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
it's like, no, they didn't
As
care.
also Sundance, please don't edit that out of context.
Do
It got
it.
real quiet, and then I said that.
Do it
you
now.
could really just take that as a drop and just use that. And we murdered that guy.
I told you he's going to set us up for a crime.
Yeah.
He could.
Be
This
the
is the
first
only
time.
thing. So actually, I was listening to you all. This is a great discussion.
You were
But I
listening.
actually
You poor
came up-
bastard.
To my list of games that are at one time my favorite, and this is not a complete list, but let me see how many of you. I kind of know that some of you are my age.
Let's see if I was alive when these games came
Oh,
out.
God.
All right, so
That's what game we
original
use.
Pac-Man.
Wait. What are we asking here? Like, I know
So
of it.
these. All right. So have you ever played it? Do you know of it? Have you ever
Yeah,
heard of it? Whatever.
I've played it.
So Asteroids.
Yes,
Yeah.
I played
Yeah.
these all on the computer.
Yeah, like a really nice computer.
Here's
on an arcade
so, yeah.
machine.
No, those
For the
are.
record.
That was for the.
Did you
Atari.
play it in the arcade? Like, did you pop in the quarters and shit for that?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we used to
I
have
used to do
arcades for
that
sure.
so much.
Wow, so you're probably gonna die soon. That you're that old. But,
Oh my
right.
God.
All right, good times.
Well, what
Jesus,
old people
Derek.
die? That's just a
Anyway,
thing, right?
what
The
the
Well, go
one
ahead.
game on my Commodore 64 that I liked, the AH-64 Apache attack helicopter.
Oh
You
yeah,
got,
yeah.
you,
yeah.
got, you got me there. I have no
That-
idea what that is.
I'm out on that one.
Yeah.
Derek, did you ever play that one?
Uh-huh.
That was great. That was like bonding
Yep.
for me, my dad. One of us would do the joystick, the other one would do the keyboard. That was great times.
because you were bad, you weren't good enough to do both.
No, because
He
it
wouldn't
was something
play
to do
catch with them,
together.
he sucks so
Because
I'm just kidding.
because my father loves me.
Oh, my dad just yells at me
What's
for being on
that
the
like?
computer. My dad does not encourage me to be on the computer.
What are you
A cool
wasting
game
your
that I
time
got-
with on that thing?
A cool game I,
I
got
told you you're going nowhere.
a while ago was this game called Freelancer, where you're piloting
That's called a job.
A shitty job, by the way.
you're piloting a spacecraft, and you can either like go and like fight in a particular war, or you can just like become really rich and do like cargo runs and all that.
I remember
kind
that
of
game. Yeah, I remember that game.
I loved that game. That was great.
got
I used to play Wing Commander all the time.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
No-
Wing Commander didn't play
yeah.
that, but I did play X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, which was a lot of fun.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
I played that so much.
What
that
about-
was shit.
What about Pharaoh's Tomb?
Don't
I
know.
played that.
Oh, I do know Pharaoh's
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I played that on a floppy disk when I was growing up.
Mm.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Nice.
I think X-Wing versus TIE Fighter was floppy. I think it was the smallest.
3.5.
floppy disk.
Yeah.
X-Wing
Oh,
TIE
yeah.
Fighter
Come
was
Come
a
on,
great
okay.
one.
DOS Worms. You guys remember that
Oh,
shit?
yeah.
That was so good. I played so many hours of that. That's like the first game I put into like some serious hours into.
That was actually a cool game, and it has come out. I mean, I'm sure there's an iPhone app for it. I mean, it's
Oh yeah,
It's
you
popular.
can yeah. One of the
Could
coolest
be.
things I've ever done is get like an N64 emulator on my PC and play like Super Mario 64 and shit with like an
Yeah.
Xbox controller. It's amazing.
All right,
Yeah.
so there was a game that I used to play the shit ton out of, and I can never remember the name of it, and occasionally I'll be able to Google search it and find it. It was a space shuttle game
Okay.
where you got to launch into space, you had to fly the ship out into space, and then you could build a space station.
Whoa.
And it was like Cube. You could take
Kerbal
a-
Space Program.
No. You could take a
No,
medical
it's not.
bay. You could take a crew cabin, and that's all you could get out of the shuttle. And then you had to come back and land the shuttle. But I remember it so much because my dad would play it constantly, and all I'd ever want to do is play it. And he let me play it like twice, and then the computer went away for some reason. I think we had to pay bills.
Porn.
But no, it was all I'd ever watch him is he'd you had to like keep the shuttle in the squares on the launch, and then you get out of space, and you'd have to do a spacewalk. It's shortly after the space shuttle became a thing, and you would just like, I mean,
1969?
no,
Oh no, that was
The
in the
summer
80s.
of
Space Shuttle, wasn't it?
'69.
So there's a couple iPhone apps that I use for this the space shuttle. One that I really like, and which is sneaky hard, is called FSim Space Shuttle, where it's just the final approach, and you have to try to land as perfectly as possible, and you get, credit for your speed and how close you are, and if you
holy
didn't
crap, I
crash.
found it.
That one's a great one. There's another one that sort of sounds like what you were saying, which is Space Simulator.
Nope, this one, it was called Project Space Station.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
Is
Where's
what
my
it was
notes?
called. It was
Recall
by
it.
Moby Games. I just posted the link.
I used to play F-15 Strike Eagle 3 like
Oh,
all the
God.
time.
Oh,
that game.
yeah, Commodore
Yeah.
64. I had that too, but it never really worked great for me.
Yeah, this game right here. This game right here was so cool because you had to do the launch, you had to build, you had to decide what your payload was going to be going up into space.
Oh, this looks familiar.
This was
These
the,
screenshots.
I barely ever got to play it, but this was the game that like I loved. And this is actually the game how I found Kerbal a few years ago because I'm like, man, I'd love to find this and try to play it. And then I found Kerbal, and I realized, Kerbal, you have to be smart to be able to play that game. And I can't play that game.
And I'm an idiot.
I'm a moron. And that game, all I want to do is blow up the Kerbals. But yeah, this game right here is, I still to this day, I think that if I could figure out a way to get it to work, I would play this game a lot today, and I would stream the hell out of this game.
Have you tried to set up a DOSBox install?
I'm afraid to set up anything odd on my new computer.
Well, DOSBox is
Then do it
just-
even then.
It's essentially
Do it
VMware.
twice. That'll be even.
Ah, yeah, there you go.
I had to look it up. I had forgotten about this game for my Apple II GS, Space Quest.
Oh, Space
yeah.
Quest, Police
those
Quest,
Sierra
and
games,
King's
yeah.
Quest were
I
the
played
best games ever.
Police Quest a lot with my buddy.
Yeah.
Sitting on my
Hold on.
shelf, like 10 feet from me, is the King's Quest V companion.
Hey, Dragons, they released a brand new one.
boy.
You should look at those games on GOG, on Good Old Games. Most of them are on there.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they
I
have
look
an
at
install of DOSBox on them.
I look at Police Quest, King's Quest, and Space Quest like I look at the Telltale game series that you see today,
Oh, I love Telltale games.
where it's a story that you get to interact with, and that's it. And that's how Police Quest was. You were basically in the middle of a story that you got a little bit of interaction with.
Isn't that basically all video games?
No, but I mean, most of it's not open world at all. You're just simply going from step to step to step.
Like a choose your own adventure book.
Yes.
You know, it's the ultimate choose your own adventure game.
Life.
Really? Way to go, meta on that one.
Yeah, I think I picked the wrong adventure.
Well, I mean, you were born in the wrong fucking, level in Canada.
Is that what is level? What does that mean?
You
All I know is
slightly
you gave
left-
up your office.
Shut up! I'm still bitter about that.
I'm gonna bring it up all the time.
Hey, what?
I just have to pretend like it doesn't offend me, and then you'll forget about it.
Yoga
Nah.
instructors have offices? What?
That's not how it
Yeah,
works.
I wish I was a yoga instructor. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, I don't know that you
I'm
should
not
be a
quite
yoga
yoga.
instructor. Everybody the other night was calling you fat.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not fat. Well, I'm a
No.
little fat.
Everybody in the
I'm
room
not
the other
fat.
night were
Well,
like,
no.
he's not in shape.
No.
He's fat.
No. What was that? Oh, some people said that, but
A doctor would call me obese, but they call
yeah,
fucking everyone
generally
obese.
speaking, somebody said you were fit, and I think the general consensus is that he's athletic but not like fit.
Yeah, I play. I mean, I play sports, but I fucking sweat and pant when I play. them.
Hold on. Do you think anybody on Team SF is fit? I mean, squared, scrawny,
What?
not fit.
My new
What?
supervisor talks just like R squared. It's
What?
hilarious. I cannot. I only think of R squared whenever he's talking to me.
What?
What are you wutting?
What are you
Practice?
wutting, fatty?
Your question.
Practice?
Your question.
Practice?
I'm right
Are we talking
here.
about practice?
I'm right here. My job is fitness.
That's a lie.
No, your job's like you're a physical terrorist.
Yeah, I mean your job is fitness, but you're constantly telling us how poor
You're not
you
a
are. So what
you're
the
a
hell?
physical terrorist.
What
You're,
the hell's a physical terrorist?
you've never had physical therapy. That description is
Yeah.
absolutely accurate for what they
Oh,
are.
I believe it. I know it. I mean,
Wow.
What they do does not feel good, and they're like, "Oh, you'll feel so much better after we're done,"
And don't
and
you?
they lie to you.
No.
So
right,
do you
let-
have, is physical
let's close this
terrorist
out.
on your business card?
Oh
Yes,
my
actually.
God.
Yeah.
That's pretty
All right,
sweet.
let's close this out by who's got a great joke that they absolutely love telling. Anyone?
Oh, I mean, I got one, but you'll probably edit it out.
No,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I got one too.
Okay,
All
I'll
right,
go
mine's
first.
kinda
I'll go
long.
first.
Fancy goes first.
I'll go first. Okay. 2 muffins are sitting in an oven. And one muffin turns to the other and says, "Man, it's hot here." And the other one looks at him and goes, "Look, a talking muffin."
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, edit. I don't know.
All right. So I'm gonna go and make
Get
it
it
easy
outta
on the
here.
2 edits out. I'm ripping this joke off from Ricky Gervais because I just thought it was funny because
Oh, we're stealing jokes now because
oh,
I got a
absolutely.
million jokes. If we can steal jokes.
No. Well, I don't have any original jokes. I'm not that funny. So
I will.
the running short of it is there's never a good rape joke. But the counter to the argument is it depends on the context. So a woman runs into a police station and says, "I've been graped." The officer yells, "Did you mean raped?" She goes, "No, there were a bunch of them."
Wait, I don't get it.
that's that's a bank joke. Only the teller laughs.
No. That's a good comeback. It's a bunch of grapes.
Yes, Derek wins.
That's a good follow-up, though. I'll take that as a win. And like I said, I heard it yesterday because of the whole context of the story was funny.
That's good.
But I'm good with that. Derek's follow-up was so much better.
I gotta remember that one. That's good.
The teller part, right? Not the grapes.
Yes, the teller part.
Yes.
I was
I
telling a
like
joke
the
that was
setup. I
not
was
going to
just-
be put in.
I was just laughing at the idea of grape. Like I got graped. Like I thought
Yeah,
that was funny.
by a bunch
Hey,
of them.
Wait,
you
have
on
you ever seen the
stage.
grape? Have you ever seen the grape video?
Wait, what?
Oh,
Are we,
video?
I'm
I gotta
nervous
send
to
this to you.
ask. Oh god.
Oh, shit. Don't
This
open
is
it.
getting serious.
Grapist?
All right, so Fancy, your joke can't be the grapist video. Oh, no, you already did the joke. Derek.
No, Derek nailed it.
I-
Just
yeah,
don't
I'm
don't
done.
ruin it, Derek.
Yeah, no,
just
you're
go
right.
out on a high note.
Yeah, you're right. Dragons.
No, this
Uh,
might be the perfect joke for Fancy, given now that I know your sense of humor.
What do you mean my sense of humor?
Here's my question. Can a kangaroo jump higher than a house? Of course. Houses don't even jump.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
There.
Outro music playing, and we're done. Excellent. That's a
I
wrap,
got
guys.
one-
Dragons, you have to watch that.
Do I have to watch that?
Yes.
Not
It's
right
like-
now, though.
Not right now.
The grapist. I don't know why I like that so much.
Anyway,
Who's left?
Sundance.
Fix it with a joke?
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming in.
Uh,
I
Mike
just
Long,
wanted you to
so-
say-
Yeah, when do we
I'll
get
tell us another
paid
time.
for this?
Yep.
Uh,
Yep. All.
Is the
yep,
check in the
you-
mail, or how does this? Do I talk to someone about? Like,
Yeah,
how does
Red
that work?
Hat says he's going to send those checks right out. He's gonna
Okay.
be the
We'll
Department
go.
of Finance there. So go ahead.
Sweet.
Get over there. Thanks for
All right.
joining us. If you guys want to join us for a roundtable, just send me a email at sundance@team-sf.com, or you can PM me off the website, and we'll do another roundtable soon. Thanks, everyone.
Boobs.
User in your channel